Okay, never mind. And I think it's only how many? Not more than 10, I guess. Alright, so we're going to start at 9:10. Okay. So just wait for the others to join us. If it's not, then yeah, we just start again at 9:10. Okay, so we're going to practical first, and then by 9:30, like 10 o'clock like that, then we start the presentation. Okay. All right, let's start with the practical. So we're going to continue, okay, from last week's practical. Okay, I believe we haven't finished the practical yet. Okay, so let me share the screen with you guys. Okay. I think my mouse is not working. Just give me a second. Alright, so I believe we stopped at here. Okay, correct, correct. We stopped here last week. So we're going to continue with this one. So this one we managed to do on this one. Okay, we managed to do. Alright. Alright. So let's continue, okay, with this. So I guess okay to follow this one. I think everyone is okay, huh? Okay, so far, alright. Okay, so we're done with the insert last week. Okay, so now we're going into start this operation. Okay, fine. Okay, so in SQL we use select. Okay, select to find to query the database. So in MongoDB, okay, we use find. Okay, so these are the tags. Okay, also for SQL select, okay, all from student. Okay, for this one, okay, for MongoDB, it looks like this one, DB student dot find, and then the bracket. Okay, so finding document. Okay, so it will looks like this one. Okay, on how we go to find. Okay, so this one is very not sure how it looks like. Okay, can I zoom on this one? Okay, looks like this. Okay, that DB student find. Okay, so let's try with our command field, see whether we are able to find. Okay, but for sure we need to be we need to get into student if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's check with our compass. Okay, so let's connect to the host. Is it under local? Yes, under local. Okay, but here when we look at student, how many students do we have? Okay, I just have 2%. Okay, so 2% before this. So this one is in local. Okay, so let's get into local. So how to get into the local? Okay, let's check. This is this. How is it ready? Try show users. Okay, so currently no users. Okay, let's check with show profile. Okay, the DB system profile is empty. Okay, so let's start with use local. So now we are in local. Let's check show collection. Can we use that now? Okay, expand it. So we have students, startup, and log. Okay, so let's start with DB students. Find. Okay, nothing to define here. Okay, oh, first we need to add something, but actually, okay, so this is collection, but our students, oh, okay, so student is not there because of number. Yes, see there, you able to find nothing also. in our database. Okay, and let's try and let's take a look at our compass over here. Uh, let's try with car and sun. Okay, are we supposed to do on this one? We're supposed to come up with this. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. Um, back to 100. Okay, okay. Put your name. Okay, inside the bracket we need to add. But this one is limit the search result using equality condition. Okay, but for this one, I'm going to find out everything from the students. Okay, database. The thing is, we didn't get any result of this one. Here, okay, when we type db students dot find and in the bracket, okay, we have nothing inside. Okay, nothing inside what we supposed to be have. Okay, so these are the students in our local. Okay, so this is data. Database, our local. Okay, let's try with this one. If you're not able to use students, let's find DB in local. Okay, like nothing also. Just press enter. Okay, the reference area. So might be good. Let me type students. Okay, I got exception also. Okay. Alright, so we are not able to select, okay, from student, okay, in MongoDB. Okay, suppose student we, yes, suppose we have, can find on this one, or maybe this one is used in compass, but in compass, there's no need for us to do that one, or unless, okay, I'm not able to use this one here. Okay, it's an error. Okay, to find, okay, the find is supposed to be like this. Okay, there is the, I'm not sure what the Arabic says that, okay, but let's try this. Okay, in students, we look for student ID. Okay, we have student ID, yes, we're supposed to have that one, but it not okay. So let's take a look again at this. Okay, this one for student name, but I'm not going to look at student name. Okay, we're going to try something else. Okay, it's referred to Thomas for this one. Okay. This one is more specific. So let's say student ID. So what student ID do we have over here? Okay, A101. A101. Okay, that's not happening. Or we need to put a space. Same thing happened on this side. Okay. So what seems to be the problem with this one? Okay. This one it used to the name, or instead of using equal, it used the colon. Okay, so let's use colon for this one. Let's check. Okay, so yeah, it will be like this. Looks like this. Okay, similar to our data in the students. Okay, so actually, yeah, by cutting on this one, okay, this is a find command. Okay, and you can say in a database of students, okay, you're going to search for, say, this one example students ID A101. Okay, you want to use by name. And just simply do like this one. Okay, without name, that error. Okay, so what we have here is lesson. Okay, string. Okay, just something like that. We are not able to be allocate on this one. Okay, to find everything. And I believe we're not able to do this one thing. I guess, okay? But supposed to be we can. But never mind with that one. Okay. So look at this one, okay? Finding documents with a logical query operation N and O. Okay. We have Thomas. Okay. So we have Chong King Wei and Kanesan. Okay. We don't have Thomas. So finding document logical query operator, okay, with the N or O. So let's try and do on this one. Okay. DDD students. This we going to find. Who are we going to find over here? Student name. Let's try with a small letter. Okay, we are going to Kanesan. What's the symbol? Is it like this? Okay. So we have to put this symbol between this. Okay, so send and not sign. Okay, $sign and N. Okay, so this one will be inside this bracket. Okay, is it inside the bracket? Another bracket. Okay, and then the student name will use this type of bracket. Okay, and then there will be another one bracket inside the bracket. Okay, student name, this one, and this one need to close it. Okay, here. Okay, close it. Okay, student name and student ID. Okay, this one we're going to look at two things over here with the comma, and then student ID. This one is A101, and we close it. So we have open, close, close. Okay, let's take this one and then another one. Okay, make everything okay, and let's try hit enter. Okay, okay, after ID property. So, okay, missing this symbol. Okay, so after property ID, which ID. Which one we missing over here? Do we need to space on this one? No. Okay. And where do we miss? Over here. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so distribution spacebar. Okay, so that we're able to see. So we open here. We open and from this student lesson. So we close this one and class equals student ID. Okay, so this one we close there. Close on this one, close on this one also. There's supposed to be no problem, or there might be something that we're missing. Let's try with this. I think this one is case sensitive. Not also. Or we have two IDs with name. Is it name or capital letter? No, only the ID. So it's supposed to come out, but after property. Which property? Doing it wrong. Okay, let's take a look this one together. And yeah, we oh okay, thank you. We are missing on this column over here. Yeah, thank you, Noel. Okay, now we are able to get on this one. Okay. Okay, so that is for n. So let's try with this one. Okay. Actually, I'm able to just copy on it. But I don't want to copy and okay. So let's try with this O. Okay. And then find Thomas and Kanesan. Okay. So just because I don't have Thomas, but I would like to use Thomas also. Okay. See what result do we get. Okay. If the student ID is not, our student name is not included. And it's not in the database. Okay, going to see what happened. That person is not in the database. Okay, so it will only show Kanesan. Okay, who else? Chong. I need to type everything in full. Okay, so this one is going to find four. Sorry, not four. Thomas and Kanesan. Okay, so our Chong King Y. This I'm going to put full name for Chong King Y. Okay, so it appeared to show everything now. This one we are using O. Okay, and they will show both. Okay, so let's try and alter this one. Okay, let's say we're using this one instead of O and we can choose the name. Okay, it doesn't go. Okay, control C. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. Not able to help. So use local. Okay. In stay there. Okay, so for O, it shows us to find both of these students. Okay, and for N, what we get just now is okay, it will show you Kanesan with the student ID with A101. If there is another Kanesan with different student ID, then it will not show up unless they are more than one Kanesan, okay, with different IDs. So this one is to be specific, lah. Okay, be specific on finding this Kanesan. Right. Finding document with the comparison query operator. Greater than $GT, or greater than equal GTE, less than $LT, less than equal $LTE, and not equal with the $ME. Okay, now let's try this one. Okay, we're going to find a student with the final marks greater than 50. Greater than 50. Let's take a look. Is there anyone greater than 50? Okay, both of this one is greater than 50. Okay, so let's try DB students. And we're going to find maybe special. Dollar sign GP final. Final. Is it like this? Let me check. Okay, sorry. Am I doing it correct? It's supposed to be in the sign. And not on this one. Okay, so look at the final. Okay, and the dollar sign with GP greater than 50. Okay, these the integers for close and close and close. Okay, I didn't get anything. Let's check, is there any things that we're doing it wrong? Oh, this one must be case sensitive. Yes. Okay, so you have to be careful with this one also. Okay, these are the case sensitive. Okay, so I just do it on purpose, see whether they recognize the letter or need to be specific with the capital letter. Okay, so yeah, it is sensitive with those tags. Okay, so if it's capital letter, then it will be capital letter. Okay, let's try. So these are the activity. So let's examine the following commands. For each command, express the purpose of this query. Okay, execute the command in RoboMongo. How many documents are returned? Okay, so in order to do this one, then yeah, I think we need to add all these percent. Check. Okay, so we only have percent over here 1, 2, 3, 4, up until Thomas and Catherine. Okay, so we left with what's this? Catherine, Raj, and Thomas. Okay, so we're going to add these 2 more percent over here. Okay. Okay, so you either can use this one as data, okay, insert document, okay, and do all those things, or you can simply type it from here. So let's make something different. Okay, getting off my notepad, and all I'm going to do is let's try. I'm able to edit this. Not this one. I'm going to I'm going to edit. So say we copy. Say we paste. Are we able to do this one? In the student ID, do we need the student ID? Okay, what are we doing? Let's take a look again at this. Only need this one, opening and closing. Then the rest will be like this. Okay, I'll just take out my it's not bad. Okay, I'm just going to do this one again. Okay, I just do the what I call it the syntax first. Okay, so then later on all you need to do is just edit. Okay, to make things easier. Okay, let's go from quiz or the quiz and the quiz. Okay, this one fine. Funny that that's all. Yeah, that's all. So we need to use these two syntax for 2%. Oh, was it? Yeah. Copy, paste. Okay. So who are we going to insert over here? Will be A103. Okay, student name is Catherine Raj. And the quiz, the marks it is 0, 7, 10. Okay, and the final will be how much? 1. Okay, next one is A104. This one is Thomas. Quiz 20, 20, 30. This comma in. Oh, okay. Hold on, this comma, okay, we need to put in. Okay, final for this person is 80. Okay, so now we completed this syntax and let's try and paste it over here. Okay, so currently we are in local. Okay. I think we need to be in this. Currently we are local. We need to get into the students. Okay, so how to use the collection? Use the collection. Okay, so collection. Okay, so we have students. Okay. Okay, how to get into the students? DB collection. DB students. Not going to use find. Okay. Use students. Okay, so now currently in students. So let's do this. Okay, so let's play with copy and paste. Okay, so we copy this one and let's try and okay, syntax error. Cannot be done with this one. Oh yeah, student insert. Okay, then we are able to put another one. Okay, so we need to this one first, right? Student insert. Okay, DB student insert. And I think we use, is it the correct opening? Yeah, let's start with this one. Okay. This one. We have this. Student dot insert. This one is capital S. Okay, so now we are unable to do student ID access. Do this one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot on this one. Okay. Student ID, student name. And this one also. Alright. Let's try again until we get it right. Okay. Okay, so everything is correct up until this final. Okay, this final we are not able to. Okay, syntax error. Let me check. This one is okay. Do we need space bar on this one? I think not. Okay, so let's try again and copy. Okay, not able. Okay. Yeah, I think we use this one. Okay, so copy. Okay, so we're missing one more. Thank you. Okay, so we are able to do on this one. Okay. Missing after argument list. Yeah, compass is much more easier, but you need to do on this one, get practice on this one. Okay, just use this compass, everything will be easier. So you just get the data, get insert the document, copy and paste, and everything will be okay. Okay, but I don't want to use on this one. Okay, let's try and use this. Okay, instead of copy and paste, let's do this one straight away. Okay. Uh, this is a good practice as well, so that you know which part you are wrong. Okay? So when we are using this one, okay, let's try. I think we need to add on this one also. Okay. So this one need to be like this. Okay, and inside of this bracket there will be another bracket. Okay. So seems like in this basically. Okay. Uh, yeah. This one I think they're missing some of the text. Okay. Because when we follow everything, this one it doesn't work. Okay. So it has to be like this. Okay. So in this case, just copying this one. Okay. The second one now. Okay. And we need to close like this. Okay. So I'm going to insert another student. Okay. Inserted. Let's take a look at our compass. Yes. So currently it's still like this. Let's try and refresh. It doesn't. Still one of two. Okay, so in this case, we need to disconnect this one first and connect it back. Close. New connection. Okay. All right. Now what happened is the thing that we created is inside students. Okay, we're supposed to put it inside here. Okay, but instead what we are doing, we're getting into this students. Okay, so we do we okay, AD students. Okay, so let's see. Oh, profile. Oh, no, this one is not profile. Check show collection. Okay, so when we show collection, we see student because we currently in student, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so use local show collection. Okay, so the student is here. I'm going to that students. Okay, okay. Mm, Alright, so now what we did just now is we add the data on this student database. Okay, we're supposed to be here, but instead this is local student. This is students and the students. Instead, what we can do, let's try and DB students. Okay, just assume this one is the directory lah. See whether I'm correct or not. It doesn't show anything. Students. Or do we need to disconnect and reconnect that? No, now what happened is we are creating another local student. Okay. So can we focus on? I just want to leave it. And I just want to drop this one. To drop local student, that the collection means local students. And I just copy. Okay. Instead, when we are doing this one, we are creating the database local students. Okay. So how are we going to insert in this particular folder? How do we going to do in this one? Okay, so we now in DB, meaning to say DB, we are creating on this database. So let's try with local. See whether it's working or not. We just want to try an error. Okay, local is not defined. Okay, this one is not. Yeah, I'm not able to do on this one. Okay, so how are we going to insert here? Okay, instead of this one. Okay, get to this specific local students. Okay, any idea from you guys? Okay, Rasa, no problem. Okay. Any things, okay, on how we are going to create this one, okay, by using command line interface. Okay, because when we type this one, database local student, we create the local students. Okay, but we need to be get inside the local student. Currently, we are okay. Let's try again. Use local, switch to DB local. Are we able to switch local? Use students. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Let's try and drop on this one. Okay. Delete on this one. Drop students. Okay. Okay. So now currently we don't have any students. Okay. And okay. So we switch to DB local currently, and let's try with this one. Okay. DB students insert. Okay. Is it in here? Let's refresh. Yes, you're correct, Noel. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Noel. Okay. So meaning to say when I use create, sorry, and I type use students, switch to DB students. Okay, meaning to say in this database. Let's refresh. Let me refresh on this one. Nothing in this database. Okay. Okay, so let's disconnect. Are we disconnecting? Let's try and connect it back. Okay, so when I type use students, okay, it doesn't create any things over here, but I add on this one. So what happened? Just then this one appear. Okay, so now, yeah, you've learned something. Okay, you need to be in the correct database. Okay, okay, sorry. You need to be in the correct database so that we are able to, yeah, do on this one now. Okay, so again here, we need to be careful with this thing. Okay, so this local, and then we add DB. Let's take a look at our local students over here. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Okay, once we're done with this one, then look at this one again. Okay, so these are the activity. Okay, we just wanted to, you know, do all this kind of thing and then look at the finding. Okay, so student, this one, and they will show this one, and I just copy it. Let's copy it and paste it over here. Missing something. This one. Okay, so we get it wrong over here. This student have no S. Mine's yes. Missing one. Hold on, let me check. One open. What is only GPE? Dollar sign GPE. Okay. Students file open. Open. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. I can show you like this. Okay. Yeah, it's up to you whether you want to use on this one or with this compass. Okay, compass much. But if this compass, okay, to find, and use on this one. Okay, filter, value, the field, the sort, collection. Okay, and use on this one lah. Okay, but this one they will just show you, how to say, single find. Okay, and you're able to create indexes also. The one you're going to use on this one also. Okay, this one is just for our reference. Okay. So the other one is LT. So we just, in this case, I just change this one. What is it again? LT less than, yeah, less than 50. Okay, less than 50. Show you the student name is Catherine Raj. So let's take a look at Catherine Raj and it's below 50 years. Okay, next. NE stands for not equal. Okay, all are not equal. And then the other one, okay, on this fourth, this one they are combining with N. Okay, C N final GPE greater than equal. And this 50, this one is 70. Okay, 70 and final less than 80. So only 1%. Okay, greater than 70. So maybe this one is in the middle of 70 and 80. Okay, then this is 70 and 80. It will be this, yeah, this one lah. Okay, because it says that less than 80 if 80 is equal. Alright. So let's go to this one, ADB students. Okay, and this one it use student name not equal to Thomas. Thomas bracket will use, so let's go. This one specific looking for the name instead of Thomas. Okay. So name not equal to Thomas. Okay, missing property. Where does this name came from? It means okay, then I will show you this. Let's try and copy on this one. I think I have a problem with copying file. We have this. Then blah 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 domain enter. Okay, nothing good. Okay. Yes. Okay, so which part is missing on this one? Okay, find the sign O final has been 50 plus comma to the name not equal plus 1 2 3 so like that one. Okay, so let's take a look at the next page, finding a document. So before we get into this one, okay, so it's already 10 a.m. Okay, we're supposed to have our presentation. So Noel, you guys are ready with your presentation? Okay, so if you guys ready, so we're going to have a break first, get around 10 minutes to 15 minutes. So you guys just get ready, okay? So when we get back, we start with the presentation, okay? And for this practical, we're going to continue later on, okay? There's still more time, okay? So let's take a break, everyone. So Noel and the group, please get ready. All right? Alright. So, Noel and the group, are you guys ready? Okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, if you guys ready, then you can proceed.
So, good morning, Sensei, and to my fellow students. So, we are from Group 1. We will present the database for transportation service, which is bus. And a group member consists of me, Kelvin, and Farah. So, the agenda for today is first is company background, second is entity relationship modeling, third is DDL and DML script, and fourth is the queries, procedures, and triggers and reports for both of us. So we go to the first agenda. So this presentation explains the database design and implementation using the SQL Plus for a company that provides transportation services, which is called Speedbus. And Speedbus is headquartered in Kota Kinabalu, and it provides services to transport passengers from Kota Kinabalu to other major cities in Sabah. So this is the logo and the image. So we go to the second agenda, ERM. So in the ERD, there are 7 tables, which is bus, conductor, route, schedule, ticket, member, and membership. And we go to the DDL. So first I need to drop the table, then then I create the table, then lastly I should insert the data. So we go to the command line interface. I just copy this line query. So everything is already done. Then we go to the fourth agenda. So for my part, the table involved is ticket, member, and membership. So for the first query, which is membership subscription details. So the purpose is to find the number of subscriptions for different types of memberships, and this helps the technical management to see which membership has the most subscription and make a decision based on the query result. So I should copy this line, and this is the output for the first query. So here we can see there are 3 types of memberships, and each membership has the number of subscribers. And we go to the second query, which is total payment in each membership type. And this is to find the total number of payments made from each different membership type. And this helps the strategic management to see which type of membership brings the most revenue to the company. And this is the output. So for each membership, it shows the total revenue for each membership type. And we go to the third query, which is email list based on schedule ID details. So the purpose is to list out all the members' emails based on the schedule ID, so that when the specific schedule is about to happen the next day, we can use these emails to notify them and remind them of the upcoming schedule that they have already booked. And this is the output. So depending on the schedule ID, it lists out all the emails. So we can use these emails to send the notification to the members. And we proceed to the first procedure, which is to update the membership's discount rate. So the purpose is to change the discount rate based on the given membership ID. So first I need to start the procedure. Okay, the table already exists. So if we check the discount rate, currently it's in 0.2. So if we execute this line, so here we can see it asks for the membership ID, and this is represent the new discount rate value that we want to insert. So if we enter, successfully complete. So if we check again, as you can see here, it changed from 0.2 to 0.7. So this is successful. So we proceed to the second procedure, which is to add new member. So the purpose is to add new member by using the member name, email, phone number, and membership ID as input. So I start the second procedure. Then I need to do the formatting first. So before the procedure is executed, we see there are only, the member ID is only up to 10 records. So if we execute this line, so here I put the name Zac Efron with the email, phone number, and membership ID. So if I press enter, then you say add member record successful. So if we check again, so as you can see here, the new records is visible here, which is they contains 11 records with the name Zac Efron. So we go to the first trigger, which is update members point. So this purpose is to update the members point whenever they make a booking based on the type of membership that they subscribe to. So I start the trigger first. And then first we check the points here. Now currently it's 36. So if we insert the new booking record into the ticket table, it will update the points. So here it already insert the new record. So if we check again, as you can see here, it changed from 36 points to 48 points. So we proceed to the second trigger, which is to update members' total spending. So the purpose is to update the members' total spending whenever they made a booking. The increase of total spending is based on the amount paid for a single booking. So I need to create. So if we check here, currently it's the total spending is 0. So if we insert a record into the tickets table, and then if we check again, now it changed from 0 ringgit to 175 and 5 cent ringgit. So it proves that there's a change here. Then we proceed to this summary report. So this summary report display the accumulated payment, average payment, highest payment, and lowest payment received from each individual membership type. So if we look at the report, here we can see for each membership type, it display all the accumulated payment, average payment, highest payment, and lowest payment. Then we proceed to the second report, which is detailed report of memberships. So this report is to list out all the members and the corresponding total spending categorized by membership type. So I create the procedure. Then as we can see here, it lists out all the membership details, which is membership ID, member name, and total spending, categorized by each membership ID, membership type, which is basic, super, and VIP. And last report is the on-demand report for membership availability. So the purpose is to this report is to check whether the membership validity is valid or expired for each member. So if the current date exceeds their membership expiry date, it automatically becomes expired. So we run this line. And as we can see here, for each members, we can see that we can see their membership validity, either it is valid or expired. So here we can see it's valid, expired. So its purpose is if the member asks for their membership validity, we can use this report and inform it to the members. So that's all from me. I hand over to Kelvin.
I'll be presenting my queries and procedures. My first query is to find the numbers of each bus model. I will execute the query first. As you can see after executing the query, you can check the number of bus models for each bus model, a number of buses for each bus model, so the management can check which one's the most common and decide their future purchases or the training this based on which one's the most common or which one's the least common bus. My second query would be is to check the total combined seat capacity of all the active buses. And basically using this query, you can check how many bus models, what's the total capacity of active bus, so they can check if it can satisfy the capacity needed for peak hours. So if they need more buses, they can add more. Sorry, sir. They can either reduce or increase the number of buses based on the peak hours of the bus, so they won't have shortage. And for the third query the third query is to find the buses purchased before 2018, so for any dates, so they know which buses is purchased 4 or 5 years ago, like 4 or more years ago, so the management can do maintenance on it. They can check which buses would need maintenance based, and they can also see which is the earliest purchase one and the most recent purchase one, so they can do maintenance based on that order. for my first procedure is to add a new bus. Let me execute. Using this procedure, they can add new bus into the database. To check if this bus has been added, you can do the select all. Using this, as you can see, the new bus has been added here using this procedure. And for the next procedure is to update the bus details. This is for the management update the bus details, but my query only and my SQL only let me change the bus active status or not. So they can use this to change the bus status whenever they want. Executing this procedure, the bus status will be changed from inactive to active. At first it's inactive, as I did this, and then after this, will change the status to active. This is all for my part for that. I didn't do the trigger and the report for this. Sorry, sir. This is all for my part.
And that's all from our group.
All right, thank you both of you, Noel and Kelvin. Okay, seems like Farah is not in. Okay, so yeah, so before we end with this, okay, I would like to ask from the other students if you guys have any question to group one. Okay, so I open a discussion for you guys. Okay, so Noel and Kelvin should just get ready for any question coming from the floor, right? Is there any question from you guys from the floor? Is there any? Okay, so I guess no question from no question from Wong. Others? Okay, so I believe there is no question from the floor. Noel, can you show me again your slide, okay, regarding the trigger just now? Okay, trigger number 2. Update member total spending. I think not this one. Okay, your query. Can you show me again your what is that? I think trigger lah. Okay.
Oh, show how the
Yeah.
trigger fire.
Okay, just show me your trigger result. Okay, the first trigger. Okay, this trigger is for
The total
total
spending.
spending, is it?
Yeah. So if I add another, record into the ticket table, so we check again the total spending. So yeah, it increased.
Meaning to say, if this person spending something, then it will trigger it. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is total spending. The second one, the second trigger.
You mean Sensei mean this one?
Yeah, second trigger is regarding what?
Uh, this one is the member points.
Member points and the validity. That one. That one is
Validity is one report, on demand report.
engagement report. Okay, okay. So actually, how do they? I need to say how they're going to validate whether it's expired or valid. Okay, that one is. Oh, you're not
Oh,
doing. Sorry. Okay, you're not doing this for the trigger is not in this one, is it? Okay, meaning to say, the membership is uh, according to that, is it? According to that, meaning to say the yellow expiry, how long it will be valid and how long it will be expired like that, is it? Is it like that? But you're not going to do the trigger for it, is it?
sorry, can you repeat?
For the membership, I can need to say the validity of the membership.
Really?
Okay. So how are you going to determine whether it's valid or invalid? Expire or
Oh, here there's a function. So if the so here I take the current date. If it exceeds the membership expiry date, which is in date, then the the status is false, which means it's expired.
for how long you put it the date for validity for the membership? How long?
How long is 1 year?
For 1 year. Okay. So are you able to change that one? Okay, if let the person
Or
more than
can,
one
but
year.
I don't have the procedure for that.
Okay, so you don't have one. Okay, so just ingat that one. Okay. Okay, thank you, Noel, for that one. Kelvin, okay, can you show me on the bus seat just now your query?
The bus seat query.
The bus seat result.
Oh, okay. Um,
Okay, so these are total active seats. Okay, what do you mean? Is this total seat for all the total of buses you have?
both the buses they are status active.
Uh, Active. Okay. So, why do you need to query on this thing?
They want the active buses are all the ones that they are on the road. Uh, uh, so they will know that if all the buses they are currently active, it's enough to handle the load on peak hours, just in case.
Okay, but that one is 755 is the total buses you have, right? I mean to say a total seat for all the total active buses, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so meaning to say for each bus you do not know how many seats inside, right?
Each bus they have the
Oh, you
seats.
have there. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
maximum seat. Oh, okay. It's sure over there. I'll give check this because I have to make a maximum seat for each bus. So total is okay. So total activity. So yeah, so you have 745 total active seats. So again, what do you want to what do you want to query on this seat actually?
To check the capacity, the max capacity of all active cars, just in case they just in case they're not enough for, just to check if it's enough for the peak hours customer. If more than 745 seats needed, they might need to use the inactive cars. So,
Okay, okay, so I get it that one. So actually, your business here is bus. What is it again? Your topic bus. What is your full topic?
Bus.
Uh,
big bus
speed bus. Okay, so these buses actually they're going to any places lah kan?
in Sabah,
On yeah, around Sabah lah. Okay, any places in
Kinabalu.
Sabah. Okay, so yeah, okay, if you want to query about the total seat, I think it's okay also lah. Okay, no problem with that one. No issue also. But I just feel something not quite right on the query lah.
Uh,
Okay, because if you query for the total maximum seat, okay, because when we look at the tourists, they are not to say that all of them are going to the same places. Okay, they will be going to other places. Okay, I mean to say not in the same places lah. Someone might into Kudat, someone going to Sandakan, might live
there's no details for the bus
Yeah
for
lah.
bus location, so cannot check like that lah. Yeah.
Check like that kan. Okay. So meaning to say you just put it like that lah. Okay. So because let's say your maximum seat, okay, let's say the bus model Orient, is it Orient B, Orient 5?
Korean 5, yeah.
Orient 5, okay. Let's say you have maximum seats of 40. So let's say you have let's say 42 person. Okay. But of course you're not going to do the query like that lah. If the maximum let's say you have 42% going to these places and then yeah lah. All you need to do is just look at the bus model. Okay, so not suitable. But I have no problem actually with the prevail. Okay, because your purpose is to look at the active seat only. Okay, but when you're going into details, maybe you have much more things to do lah. But everything is okay. No problem with your presentation, Noel and Kelvin. Okay, so far everything is good. Okay, I can understand and yeah, I know what you're doing, create the trigger, everything, but Kelvin, you didn't do the trigger, is it?
Yeah, I didn't do the trigger and the report.
All right. Okay. So, is there anything else from you guys, from the two of you?
No.
Okay. If no, and I believe that's all for that's all for the presentation. Thank you, Noel, and thank you, Kelvin, for the presentation today. Okay. I believe group 2. Okay, so we have not enough time, okay, to do that one, and group 2 get ready on when our next meeting. It will be Wednesday. Okay, so get ready with group 2. Okay, and group 3 just stand by. Okay, all right. So, is there anything else you guys want to ask? Okay. By the way, next week on Friday, are you guys holiday? Because it's supposed to be cuti lah on next Friday. Yeah, Good Friday. So how about your class? Okay, do you get any replacement Friday class? Any other subject on Friday next week other than this subject? Do you have any subject on Friday? Move to another Friday. I think Let me, okay, I need to check with the management first. Okay, I need to ask, okay, with the, but I think they will ask for replacement now on that day. So I've been thinking of one later on lah. No? Okay, I think about that one first. Okay, because we're missing one day for practical if we're not going to replace that Friday next week. Okay, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know that this coming Wednesday, just get ready group 2 and group 3. Okay, we have enough time, then we start to do two presentation. Okay, because next week will be week 13 and week 14 will be your last. Okay, last week for this semester. Okay, so I think everyone is clear, right?
Right.
Okay, so if there is no other question from you guys, so I believe, yeah, that's all for today. Okay, thank you for the presentation and thank you everyone. Okay, class is dismissed.